Hey, and welcome to day 25 of streaming every single day till the end of the year until my productivity app is profitable. I'm going to start this one out with an explanation on motivation and consistency and how I'm so good at it despite being so bad at many other things about my quote job. And I've been getting a couple variations of this question here. So this was a text from yesterday. Buddy says, "How do you find motivation?" Now, people will say, "How do you find motivation?" They'll say, "How do you keep going?" They'll say, "You're so disciplined." They'll say, "I don't know how you do it." They'll say, "I respect your hustle and your grind." Um, and on the surface, I'm flattered. Also, I recognize that this is kind of like this is some harsh feedback underneath this because they're kind of pointing out like, hey, you're not winning. You have not won your game yet. Because if you're crushing it, like no one wonders how you find motivation. No one wonders, how you enjoy your work or keep showing up if you're at the top, making a ton of money, having success, getting fame if that's what you want, having a lot of control over your time. Um, in my case, I keep showing up to this computer every day and keep trying to work on my app, despite usage being basically flat, despite expenses being way higher than profits because profits are zero right now. We don't even have a way for you to pay. And despite it being like this for a long time, like years, literally. And so the people who have followed me on this journey or who knew me since I was younger or when I first started down this path back in 2021, they have this question because they're like, why are you still doing this? Like, you could work on something AI related. You could work on something with Google. You could just join Sam Altman's crew. You could join Zuckerberg. Yeah, I'd have to grind, leak code, and work my way up. But I have no doubt that I could do that in theory. So like, why don't you just do that? Get a nice house, coast for a little bit, level up a little bit, get a wife, get kids. Become a millionaire in a year or two, 3, 4, who knows? And then you'll have a good. Then you can pick up your hobbies, and they're like, why are you doing this when it gives you no good feedback? And I am not an authority on many things when it comes to this startup stuff. Like I'm not an authority on how to start and then just crush it right out the gate. I am not an authority on how to upsell people in a good way, on how to create an elegant business model and charge, and on how to market to millions of people right out the gate. But what I am an authority on is just showing up and doing it despite sucking and despite not having other positive things to reinforce you. So I want to talk on this a little bit. If you're new to this stream or this channel, just know that I started down this path of trying to start my own app, my own company about 5 years ago now, maybe more. And just due to things in my control, it hasn't happened yet. And I've learned a lot of things on what not to do, and I've gone back and forth on whether I'm even cut out for this. Like I thought about maybe I should just join a corporate job. I went broke a couple times in the middle of this 5-year span and had to get a corporate job and then just shut up and nod my head and go to the meetings and say, yes, boss, that's a great idea. Yes, I'd love to do your suggestion. Yes, I will do this to the code, even though I disagreed with all of it. I had to do that because I needed money. And even after that, then I put my hat back in the ring, and now I'm full time on this. So I'm just trying to give you a picture that like I'm someone who has had the same goal basically for a long time and not gotten it for a long time. So let me speak on this, like why I'm still doing this, and also why I'm basically really optimistic and really confident that this is going to happen for me. There's two main sources of this motivation that helps me be so consistent and disciplined. So here's my actual answer to this text message here about how do you find motivation. All I said was God. Now, I'm not going to make this a religious thing or a preachy thing, and I'm not going to go into this point as much. But what I mean by God in this context is purpose. I have purpose. I have mission. There's something greater that I'm working towards that resonates with me. It feels really genuine. It feels specific to me. Like I really feel like I was put here and given the gifts I've been given and the advantages that I have and the perspective that I have and the struggles that I've endured so that I can do what I'm doing right now. And I really believe that no one else has that combination of struggles, beliefs, benefits, backgrounds, privileges as me, and therefore it's up to me to do this work because no one else is going to do it. That's what I mean by this. So I think this will be a cool little visual. So I'm just going to add some text here. What this actually means. Hold on. On this last point, this is a very like religious idea, or at least it's a very Christian idea, this responsibility, but it shows up in popular culture too. Like what does Uncle Ben say? With much power comes great responsibility, something like that. So it's just a worldview of mine that the people who are given a lot, much is expected of them. I don't believe we're all given the same amount of opportunity. That seems pretty clear. Like if you're born in the U.S. versus if you're born basically any other country, let's say the majority of countries don't have the same opportunities as the opportunities that the average person in the U.S. has economically, socially. It's just easier to make it here. It's easier to make it here than in other places. Let's just leave it at that. And so as someone who has been given a lot of advantages and has a lot of skills, I feel like a responsibility to do something with that, because otherwise, why was it given to me? If I'm not going to do anything with it, it should just be given to someone else. But it's been given to me. I have some intellectual horsepower. I have my health. I have a good education. I have a good network. So like it's on me to do something with that and to help people. And this idea of like bearing fruit, like a tree that bears good fruit, or a harvest that sows well or is plentiful, isn't useful just in its own sense, but it's so that people can eat the fruit, people can enjoy the harvest. Like it's to help other people. So I feel like it's my responsibility to use my gifts to help other people. So that's what I'll talk about with that. That was a little deep and a little high level. I know we've been talking about Reddit recently. So I'll leave it at that for now if you didn't sign up for this. And this will be a little more down to earth here. This is, I'll just call it, let's say, health. This is another thing that is like a core principle of mine. And I can give you some more concrete examples of this when I can show this more. So when um when I'm working on what I'm working on, which is like a SaaS app and trying to get it profitable and have eventually exponential growth, or at least logarithmic growth, or at least linear, even linear growth, I'm fine with. But I'm in a space where it can go to log or exponential. So let's just say there can be big growth, like home runs that just happen overnight over the course of a month. In other ways, where if you're opening a chain of physical stores, like it's harder to scale up. So I'm in a game professionally where it can go like this, but I also can just stay flat and like never take off. So that's a hard thing. That's a hard thing to manage psychologically. But focusing on my health and my fitness and my performance and my vitality is great, because this is definitely linear. It starts somewhere based on, how your childhood went. But then you can just get it up and then probably maintain it. And then, maybe it goes down a bit over the course of your life. But that's a pretty good graph right there. Not really, but like what I mean, the trend is just steady upwards here versus what I was saying with my app. It went like this, and then we had a couple upticks. This is like users or subscribers, and then it's going like this. And what I'm hoping for is that it goes like boom, 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 boom to the moon. But this is good for sanity. This is good for just keeping you in the game. So I'm going to show an example of how this has helped me. These circles would be like decisions or habit changes. Like this could be changes to your diet, your sleep schedule, your workout routine, even who your friends are. And then after each decision, maybe you just get a little better, and then something happens. This could be an injury, surgery, something, and then it gets worse, and then it levels out. So I quit my job. So I had September, October, November. I think 3 months ago now, roughly 3 months ago. And when I did that, I had a lot more flexibility over my time. Before then, like my time was super structured, and I had to be at the computer a certain amount of time. I had to have fingers on the keyboard. I had to be in meetings. And when I shifted, I wanted still some structure, but I also wanted to take advantage of the fact that I have more control over my time. And so that's when I started to focus on a fitness goal, which was losing body fat, specifically getting an 8-pack. So I had like a 2 or a 4. I wanted like a 6 or an 8. And let me just show you. I'm not gonna make this like a fitness vlog, but this is how I've been tracking it. So this is my Operation Love Handles 2025, and I started in July, and I basically ended it, or I finished it, or I accomplished it in the last couple of days. But here I track my calories expended, my burn, how many calories I just go through each day, how many calories I consume, the grams of protein, carbs, fats, and how many steps I do a day, and then any added cardio, and then my exercise, and then my weight and some notes. So I wanted to lose weight, and I was okay losing a little muscle. So just look at the weight as we go on. So this is, let's call it August till now. Just going from 160 down now to 159, 160, 158, 57, 56, 5. Then we got a little bump because I cracked a little bit. I had to learn some things. Then we went way down, probably pushed it too hard. And then we went up a little bit, 155. But then when we figured it out, we went back down. And then we stayed there for a bit, kind of plateaued. And then I was like, I'm going friggin' hard. I'm getting after it. And that's when I got down to basically what I felt like was a good stopping point. I didn't have a specific like weight in mind, but just looking in the mirror and how I feel and um, taking assessment of the diet, I know like this is a good time to stop. But what I'm trying to show is this is just steady progress. This is just steady progress. We had some bumps in the road. I had to learn a lot along the way, but this has just kept my head sane over the course of this flat period here. This flat period has been um, longer than I wanted it to be. Oh, give me my pencil here. Here, let me change that to. Oh, I gotta change the stroke. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so this could keep going. It could be flat for a little bit. I'm trying everything I can within reason to not let it be flat. But during this flat period, focusing on my health and my fitness and my performance and vitality has been the thing that's kept me optimistic, kept me motivated. My energy levels are high. I feel good about myself. Like I see myself progressing, and combine that with like a deeper purpose and smart budgeting. Like I'm good. I'm good. Every week, every month, yeah, my runway is shrinking, but I'm moving towards the right place and I'm doing the right things, and I feel like I'm following in alignment with what I should be following. Like I'm not going down the wrong path. Let's just say, in terms of lifestyle or the people I surround myself with or the vices I indulge in. I know I'm not doing that, and I'm taking care of myself and actually getting better on the health dimensions. So on the outside in, maybe it seems like, yeah, it's kind of crazy that I keep going, but when you look at it this way, I feel like this is kind of easy to keep going. Like it feels good, and once I hit this point, um, dude, it's gonna feel amazing. But I'm not like relying on this right here for me to keep going. This is just like a bonus of all the work I've put in and just the nature of the game I'm playing. But it's not the motivation I need. The motivation I need is just steady progress health wise and staying on the path that I've been called to walk. So there you go. Long explanation for my one word answer here to my friend. Maybe I'll send this to him if he keeps asking. We'll see. Yeah, so on that topic, yesterday I said I'd show you Reddit and things like that, but I had to take care of some minor health stuff. Nothing to worry about. I'm all good, but things came up yesterday, and so today I'm going to pick up where I left off with some intensity, some focus, some intention. I'm feeling really good physically. I got some good sleep, which I hadn't for a while. So yeah, if you're looking for more tactical marketing stuff like we've had recently, apologies. This is more high level, soft skills, I would say, or inner work. But I'm going to get back to it. I'll see you guys on the stream tomorrow. Thanks for sticking around. Bye.